Hey guys, and welcome to episode 22 of Surg's Feed the Beast single player survival series, season 1. I added a few more semi-fluid generators, 2 more. I had to go searching for some more iron just to make them. But the reason is because now with all 4 of them, we're keeping a steady power supply, even while we're processing ores. And we're actually keeping enough power so that I was actually able to add 1 overclocker here to our ore washing plant, which will reduce the time 70%, or to 70%, and even 2 in our thermal centrifuge. Now, sometimes I have to take one of the overclockers out if our power starts to get a little low, but for the most part, it seems to be doing okay. And I just dropped some more iron in here, so that'll get processed up. And right now we do have a decent amount of iron, so let's go ahead and grab a little bit more. And I had actually had to make 1 or 2 more overclockers. And if I go back, oops, that's not right. If I go back to Machine Muse modular power suit right here, I had actually had some carbon plates cooking up, and let's grab the stuff that I had stored away in here. And well, when I'm not processing stuff, then I'll go ahead and charge my advanced backpack back up. I did have to discharge it a little bit. You can see right there, now it's steady. It's not going up, it's not going down. And if we look here, the thermal centrifuge is starting to dip a little bit in power. So sometimes I have to take out one of the overclocker upgrades when it starts to get a little too low. And we might as well take one out now. Let it run at 70%, and that'll start to go back up. And then all I have to do is throw it back in. So I'll leave it in for right now until that goes all the way down. You can see there, you can see how much stored energy it has. Now, the reason that I've made these carbon plates is because I want glider wings. And I should have everything I need to go ahead and make 2 of those. So I have 2 glider wings, I have a bunch of servo motors, I have a control circuit. And I was looking at the ion thrusters, and I'd love to make these. But we need advanced circuits, which I did have my system make. But we're also going to need a bunch of ender pearls and some of these solenoids, which I only have 1 right now. So let's see, with this extra iron, let's see, this will make 1 of the force field emitters. And then we're going to need more iron to make another one. So 1 more iron. You can see how this is really cutting into our iron reserve. And now I should be able to, we just need some of the ender pearls. Yeah, so we're going to need 8 ender pearls. And let's make 2 force field emitters. So, unfortunately, I'm going to need 8 of these, because I need 4 ion thrusters. It's just a lot. Now, Invar is what I'm going to be using for to make the ion thrusters. So, it's a lot easier recipe than, you know, on iron anyway, than doing advanced machine casings. So I should have a little bit of Invar. I think I threw it over here. Yeah, I have 3 there. And then I just need 1 glowstone. And we at least should be able to make our first ion thruster. So there's our first one. Now, I do have everything together to make some other modules. So let's see here. I wanted to put the glider wings, and that's why I made 2 of those. And I'll show you what those do. They're really cool. I really like them. Now, I'm going to need 4 ion thrusters. I only have 1. Let's see what else we might be able to... The camouflage is okay, but... Yeah, see the force field emitters, I need those there. Let's see, I thought there was something else that used ion thrusters. Maybe not. It might just be on the boots here. Yeah, see, that uses 2 ion thrusters. But you know what? The jet boots, it even says they're not as strong as the jetpack. So, I don't think that I'm really going to want to worry about those. Now, on my legs, I do want to finish off. So I do want the sprint assist. And we'll go ahead and do just everything all the way up. Whoa. I don't know if I like the... Well, let's look at the view. Whoa. I don't like the view, though. I mean, I like being able to run around real quick, and then sprint should be really quickly. But that's just... Okay, let me see if I can fix that in the field of view. Nope, looks like my field of view is about as good as it's gonna get. Let's see if we can lessen that a little bit. I don't want... we'll do, say, 150. Yeah, that's a little bit better. So we'll walk pretty good, and then we'll run really fast. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. I also want the jump assist, and I want to really power this up. And the uphill assist. I should have 2 more. Oh, I only have 1 more servo motor? I must have miscounted. I guess I'm gonna need 1 more. Where did I spend 1? There's none on the gliders. Well, so we don't have the uphill assist. I'm gonna need 1 more servo. But I should be able to... Let's change our chest plate back out. I should be able to jump really high. And... doesn't seem like I'm jumping really, really high. I mean, it's high, but it should be a lot higher than that. Let's see. Jump assist. Yeah, it's all the way up. Jump boost, 500%. Well, we should be able to test out the glider wings. See, if I hold shift while I'm in the air, it just kind of glides. So if we got up somewhere high, like way up there. See, I thought it used to be a lot higher. So, say we're up on top of our roof here. I can jump and glide. And it'll go quite far. You don't actually drop down very fast. So I could very easily kind of make my way to my quarry. And this is without flight. This is just the glider. Now getting on top of my quarry is going to be a little bit harder, because there's not much around for me to get on. So I might have to... Ooh. Yeah, almost. Nope, not quite. So I'm going to make my way back to the house and go ahead and sleep through the night here real quick. And then see if we can get a little bit more in the way of iron. It seems to really be our sticking point right now. You know, I was running around trying to collect wool, and I actually stumbled upon this shallow cave. It's just right off the surface, and it goes on for a little while. I was going down that way, and and I've been going down a couple different directions here, and it seems like this is one of the best ways to find iron. Is, you know, just, see, there's some more. And because of the fact that I can now, you know, jump out of these little holes, it makes it a lot quicker for me to go and find some. Yeah, I already went that way. Water breathing, that's really cool. Now, I haven't been picking up these geostrata crystals. I hear them every now and then, but I haven't been picking them up because when you break them, basically you just get a part of a crystal. So I kind of want to wait to pick them up, and I'll go and look for them. Now, if my quarry, you know, digs them up, then I can't help that. So, and I think my house is back this direction. If not, we're just going to get more lost, but yeah, there it is. I can see it on the mini-map. So this should give us a good, decent amount. What was that? An obsidian totem. So this should give us a decent amount of iron. Now I just have to process it. And there's a couple of other things that I'd like to do. One of the reasons that I was going to get wool is because I'd actually like to move my boiler system. And iron was kind of a big part of that. So let me throw this in here, and I'm going to let that process. Let's see how much we have right now. We're doing fairly decent. That was 50 some iron there that I just thrown in there, and that plus, you know, what we already have, we'll probably be pretty good. Now, I do need a little bit, so I'm actually going to need, I think, 18 more. So, because I need this, actually, let's just do 16, because 16 is a quarter of a stack. I need this to become steel. So I'm going to let that finish cooking up into steel. Let my iron process, because that's going to take a little bit of time. Even though I had sped up the system, it's still going to take a little bit of time. And the reason that I wanted wool, too, is because I want to make one more elevator. And what I want to do is, I already have my basement here, but I want to make a sub-basement that's going to be our power generation. And I think that's where I'm going to put these steam dynamos. So I'm going to go ahead and dig that out. And in the meantime, you know, let my iron process through. And I'll be right back when we're ready to start working on our power room. There we go. So now I have a nice basement for power generation. And if I hop back up, you can see here's my regular basement, here's my sub-basement for power gen, and then my main floor, my little access floor for my liquids, and I went and used some of the Peridot bricks that I had, make it look a little bit nicer from the outside. And then lastly, my liquids room. And this is kind of how I plan on building my base, is kind of like a tower. I'll probably go up even higher from here. And looks like I'm doing fairly stable on fuel. Looks like it's going up just a little bit. And that's mainly because my tank outside is full of oil right now. So I did let a little bit of time go by, and my quarry is really hitting some good ores now. You can see we have a little bit of a backlog, and it's going through the tin right now. And look at this. We have iron, copper, and tin that just can't go anywhere in the ore washing plant. So it's not even running, because our thermal centrifuge still needs to go through all of this iron. And I think we're doing pretty good on iron now. Let's see how Yeah, copper looks really good. Actually, let's go ahead and take... well, let's take about 30 copper and go ahead and just make it uninsulated copper right here in the metal former, just because I know we're going to need electronic circuits eventually. Might not be something that we need right now. I also had to go and take some of the stone, the different kinds of stone out of my chest here and throw them up here. So I put, you know, wherever we had a full stack, I put that here. And then I've had to actually add another chest just for this fluorite and lodestone and calcite, all this BiblioCraft stuff, just because it is getting so full. It filled up all of my gems chest. So I need to be careful of that. Oh, you should be in the stones chest here. I must not have had any in here. Yeah. Now, one other thing is... oh, let me sleep. One other thing is because we have so much cobble that was coming down here, I actually finished off something that I planned on doing, which is making compressed cobble. So I have 1 quadruple compressed and 4 triple compressed. Now, anybody that knows anything about extra utilities might have an idea of what I have in mind for this. If you don't, it's okay. We will get into it later. So now that I have so much iron, I think we can finish off our suit here and go ahead and do a servo motor for the uphill assist and maybe even get the jetpack. So let's see, we have 1 ion thruster. Let me make a couple more advanced circuits. So I'm going to need, let's say, 20 iron. And I'm going to make that into plates. So let's throw this back into our system here. Yeah, that'll work. And then once this is finished, I'm going to go ahead and make plates. And I'll go ahead and make the ion thrusters. And then we'll go ahead and put it into our system here. And actually, while that's going, there is some other things that I am going to need to make. Before I move my boiler and set it up with, you know, downstairs, it's going to use a lot of charcoal to heat back up. Especially since I plan on making it the biggest size boiler that we can make, and I went and made some steel plates. Remember I said I was cooking up steel? And that's because I want to make it a high pressure boiler. So if I do that, it's going to use a lot of charcoal to heat up. So I don't want to use all of my charcoal just to heat up, wood, just to heat up my boiler. So there's one other thing that I want to make, and it's from IC2. Now I know we have this awesome set of armor right now, but there is a set of armor from IC2 that's going to help us, and it is right here, the hazmat suit. So I'm going to need a little bit of orange dye. Yeah, not too bad. Let's see if we have any rubber bars. I should have some. Yeah, I have plenty, and I have lots of rubber outside. So let's grab 30 of that. And do I have any? Let's see what I have for dye. I do have some orange dye, probably not enough though. So we'll request that out, and I probably even have an extra in here, yeah. But we'll go ahead and grab, say, 3 rose red and 3 dandelion yellow. So that way we can make some more orange. And we'll throw these away here. Let's see how those plates are doing. So I'm kind of doing a couple things at once. So here's our orange and our rubber. And what else do we need? So the pants. The pants are just like this. with an orange dye. So there's our hazmat pants. And the boots. You know what? I just need, I think, a piece of wool. I should have a piece of black wool, even. So let's see. I think the boots are like this. No? They're called rubber boots. They're not really... There they are. They're static boots. Wait, I thought they were rubber boots. Yeah, rubber boots. Oh, okay. So I just needed one more. And then a piece of wool. Maybe it doesn't like black wool. Let's try that. There we go. So there's the rubber boots. And if we go back, we can make the chest. Just one. I don't need three. And then the scuba helmet. And so I need iron bars and a piece of glass. And I should have both. Yeah, just one iron bar. And was it a piece of glass or a glass pane? Yeah, just one piece of glass. So one iron bar, one piece of glass, and scuba helmet. Okay. Oops. I'll just grab those later when I'm ready to use them. Now, one other thing that I wouldn't mind making, since I have plenty of iron now, is actually an armor stand. And it's really easy. Just a couple of stone slabs and 2 pieces of iron. And I wonder if I have any stone slabs. Doesn't look like I do, but I can always grab 3 pieces of stone. So there's our slabs and our iron. And what we can do is, let's put it right by the tinker table here. We can go ahead and just right click and open it up, and we can transfer the armor over. Looks really cool too. And there is a way for us to color it, and you know, we'll probably get into that maybe next episode or something. It's not very hard. It's just you just push a key and you can change the colors and stuff like that. But I don't want to really waste too much time. So I'm going to have to go collect up some slime. So let me go do that real quick. And we'll come right back and I'll show you why I made this suit. So it seems that I can't use the green slimes for what I really want. So I'm out here in a swamp, just waiting for night to really hit and set in, and I'm collecting up some wool from the local sheep. Now, that's not really why I'm here in the swamp. Oh, what are you guys? Ow! Get out of the water! I was looking for slimes, because I need the green slimes. What are ghoul zombies? Whoa! Ah! Okay, not the best idea. I need to eat. What is that? An Etin? Okay, well... Maybe it's not gonna be that easy to find some green slimes. And a lurker, a crab thing. Well, I've never seen... Okay, this has to be part of the mod that adds so many different creatures. Well, I might have to rethink this strategy. Since I'm not really using my glider right now because I'm waiting for slimes to spawn, although it just got much harder to do that. Yeah, I don't see any slimes either. I mean, that's the whole reason I came out to a swamp, is normally you'll find slimes in a swamp. But I'm not seeing any. Yeah, I don't see any, and I really don't want to get close to these mobs, at least not right now. When I have a little bit of armor built into my power suit, then, you know, then it might be different. Then we can take these guys on, but for right now, I'm just going to stick with the vanilla mobs and see if I can find some slimes. Okay, well, I am getting green slimes, but not from what you would think. I cannot find any green slimes. However, there is something out here that is at least dropping slimes for me, and that's these guys. Believe it or not, these Remora, and they are not fun to deal with. Doesn't look like he dropped a slime ball. But they are actually dropping slime balls. So, is that just a sword? Or an invisible something? So I'm actually running around now and looking for these Remora. Most of the time they're finding me before I find them, just because they do fly. I kind of wouldn't mind checking to see if some of the other things drop slimes, but just from the amount of damage that the Remora are doing to me, I really don't want to deal with, you know, any of the other mobs. Here's one of these Lurkers by themselves. Ow. Yeah, see, that's what's happening to me. Just about everything out here is poisoning. Ah! Yeah, luckily I have my jetpack on. Now the nice thing is my jetpack actually is getting power from my legs, so it's not going down. But this is very dangerous. And I don't want to do my whole episode out here fighting these things. Although, I definitely think we need to add armor sooner rather than later. So, looks like the sun's coming up, so I'll collect up whatever I can, see what burns during the daylight, and then meet you back at the base. Okay, so I was able to get a decent amount of slime balls. I was able to find some more of those Remora. It seemed like when the sun came up, things just started disappearing. They didn't really burn up. They just kind of went into hiding, I guess. So, I might have to go out another night, but way more prepared. Now, one of the other things now that I've seen what I'm dealing with is I may want to get a better sword. Unfortunately, we're kind of running out of time this episode. So, between this episode and next, what I'm going to do is make the parts that I need here for my my jetpack, because I don't want to switch out between, you know, my regular jetpack and the Tinker armor. And maybe we can get a couple of force field emitters, or at least some kind of armor added to our suit. And what we'll do is next episode, I'll go ahead and put this armor to use first thing. I hope you guys enjoyed, and with that, I will see you guys later.